Hello everyone. So I wanted to address this question which I get frequently on my Instagram, that people ask me how to draw, how to get better at drawing, how to get good at this practice of drawing. And first of all, I am really happy to receive such questions. And this video is going to be a little bit longer than the usual reels, which we are accustomed to seeing these days on Instagram. But I do hope whoever is looking for answers for such questions regarding drawing and painting will be this video will be helpful for you. So I will try to share my personal experiences, which has helped me in my journey. By no means I am saying that I'm really great at what I do. I'm a flawed person, flawed artist. I'm trying to get better at my craft each and every day, at every moment. And whatever I am telling is from my personal experience. Your experiences might vary, but yeah, I will try my best to sum up my answer. I never leave my home without my sketchbook. So I always carry my sketchbook wherever I go so that I could capture anything interesting which I can find whenever I'm heading out from home. And I may forget my wallet at my home, but I never forget my sketchbook whenever I'm going outside from my home. So I've kind of trained myself to have this habit of always keeping my sketchbook whenever I head out. Last week I was at this cafe. I was trying to draw for some hours at night, and the owner came to me and told me that painting or drawing is not allowed here. So I was shocked to hear that, and but after few minutes I left that place. And guess what I did today? I went to another cafe to just draw and observe people in my sketchbook, and nobody told me anything there. So the idea is to you need to take initiative and find your ways, no matter what the world says to you, even if it means uh, putting yourself in awkward positions. And always be curious, ask questions. Why so? Why not? What if? You need to give yourself opportunities to play, have fun, make mistakes, and you can do that by expanding your comfort zones, by trying out new things. Like for me, that drawing in a cafe was new experience. That did not stop me to explore another cafe to draw. I mean, such challenges will come again, but you need to find your ways. Be curious, and it is also very difficult to get better at our art practice, better at drawing if you're trying to figure out all the things in in a vacuum. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but something which has significantly helped me is joining art communities, be it Patreon community where we draw together, where other artists share their ways of working, they share their tips and tricks, how they deal with things which they struggle, be it drawing, be it in their personal art journey, and which I find really inspiring. And these Patreon communities, since I'm part of Patreon communities for a while, I am not. I mean, in India, it's really difficult to find communities where which are physically, which you can visit physically and meet people, where you can just draw and have a casual chat about anything related to art, which I really miss here. So Patreon fills that huge gap which I feel. And I feel by joining this community, I feel seen, heard, and included. And we all need a safe space where we all can make mistakes and make plenty of them and learn from them. And it's fun, and it's the growth is always faster with a community where you feel seen and you feel safe. So it's my advice would be to join. If you can join, please join Patreon communities. And it does not need to be Patreon communities. If you have opportunity to join a group of people where you can meet and draw in a physical space, that is always much better. But since in India it's uh, limited, you can't find it everywhere. So Patreon is a good option where you can, I mean, several great artists which I really admire have Patreon where they share their work, like earlier I said. And it's a nice place. Communities, art communities, a nice place to share a common passion for drawing, painting, and learning from each other. And also on Patreon, I also have a Patreon. I also organize these monthly drawing sessions via Zoom. And I too try to share my techniques, my process, my thoughts, my inspirations on Patreon, and which you can join for a small fee, a monthly fee. And for me, it has been a nice investment of joining other Patreon creatives. And another advice I would give is to do not get lost in the trap of social media. Do not get lost in the social media algorithm. Real growth happens at a very slow pace. So have a realistic expectation regarding how you may grow as an artist, how you may grow your skill set as an artist. Don't just see other artists' works and get demotivated by it. Instead, take that as an inspiration and connect with them genuinely. And once you get to know their work and themselves better, you will get more realistic way of approaching your art expectations, I guess. And take yourself on more art dates, and never leave your home without a sketchbook. And you need to have a burning passion to grow as an artist and to get better at your craft. Build yourself a library of books of artists which you admire and which inspires you. Have a collection, a little nook, little corner in your home of a collection of picture books. It could be books of contemporary artists, could be books from master artists, artists which were in past. And watch films, explore places. And if you really look for something, you will definitely find it. I really believe in that. If you're asking these questions, that how to get better at your craft, that is a really nice initiative which you're taking. You're thinking in the right direction, that how do I get better at it. You need to put a little bit more intention to it, and with a little bit more courage and more faith in your abilities, you will eventually get better at it. It will definitely take some time, but have some realistic expectation that it may take you, let's say, 5 years to get better at it. But during the 5 years, you don't need to curse your everyday for the life of this hardship. You can make your process fun. You can make your process less bumpy by joining the art communities, as I earlier mentioned, where it's always fun for me to see other people process, other people's way of working. So there is a lot to learn from our peers, our colleague, our fellow artists. Have patience, have lots of conviction that you will get better at your craft, and accept that growth is slow. Give yourself some grace, some love, and have fun in your creative process. It does not need to be hard, and it does not need to be laborious. It could be fun. Your art process could be fun, but just know that you will need to have lots of patience and need to do lots of hard work, and not just in our field. It's true in all the fields. And make paintings good, bad, ugly. And whenever you get time, be it when you are traveling somewhere, whenever you have some time, whenever I'm traveling, I try to draw whenever I can. Suppose I have a flight, I have 10 minutes to board, I will use that 10 minutes to draw. So you cannot say that I don't have time, and that is why I cannot give my proper amount of attention to my practice. You need to just draw. As cliche it may sound, you need to just put in the hours to get better at it and experiment, have fun. These Patreon communities are much more fun than the physical, I mean, the places where you can physically meet other artists. Patreon communities, I always find, are much more experimental, much more. You will get to meet a lot more variety of people from other countries also join these sessions. And yeah, what else? Draw until your heart is full, and then some more. So cheer up. I believe in you and I trust in you. I am hoping to see what you guys draw and where you take your art journey. And yeah, all the best. I hope this video was helpful for you. And if it was helpful for you, maybe you might want to share it to your other art friends who might be interested, who might be curious, who might be lost, feeling lost at their art journey.